Welcome to the podcast. I'm Bella Bears. This is my co-host Will, Wodog. We're going to talk about all the shit that happened in 2016.
Yep.
Good, bad, and I don't know, I guess predictions for next year, both good and bad.
I would say more like what we are looking forward to in 2017.
Wistful hopefulness.
Wistful hopefulness?
Yeah.
That's a good word for it.
Yeah. I mean, that's all we got, really. It's...
I mean, between,
How many fucking people died? I don't know. I saw
a lot.
I saw a tweet, like, you know how the Oscars has their, like, in memoriam or dearly departed.
It's gonna be half the Oscars this year.
It's gonna be the whole... They're gonna have a whole separate show for it.
Are they actually?
They might.
Damn.
They might have, like, a special intro show for it, because I've been telling everyone at work, I think Death had a quota and needed to catch up. Or like this other post said, like, David Bowie has created an alternate reality and is slowly handpicking people that he wants.
Right. I believe it at this point. Why don't you let them know, like, what this podcast will, like, be going forward, basically.
Alright, so this is going to get better, I promise. We'll have backgrounds and music and all that, but, I want to talk about...
she won't fucking do.
No, I'm gonna make him do everything here.
Pretty much.
He's my tech monkey. But I hope that this can be kind of an open forum to talk about social issues, news, worthy bits, dank memes, I don't know.
Butt stuff?
Butt stuff, yeah. We'll probably... It always comes back to butt stuff. Just a little bit of everything. It's going to be a hodgepodge. We're going to try to keep it lighthearted and funny and just make you think. And we welcome comments and suggestions. Anything that you can think of that hasn't already been just trampled into the ground over and over again. Because I think I have a lot of really great people around me that have just fantastic ideas about the world and how we want it to be. And I want to get those voices out there. Even if we just start at, like, a local level. That's fine.
Yeah, I think I initially suggested doing a podcast with Bella pretty much directly after the election.
Oh, God.
Because I was like, man, people are really distressed and distraught. And Bella has so many, like, really great uplifting things to say, and I think she should find an outlet for those things.
Yeah, no, and I have a lot of different coworkers, friends, people who did vote, didn't vote, voted in a way that I personally think they shouldn't have. I want to be able to talk with them, understand why they did what they did, how the decision affects us, how it affects me personally, not just as a 20-something woman of weird heritage and sexuality, but how it's going to affect my friends, how it's going to affect the economy, how already the rest of the world is looking at us. I think I know everyone's talking about it, but we've got to get our age group. I feel like too many people who are not in my age group are talking about it, and they don't know what we're thinking. So, most of the podcasts that I've been listening to, they're like 30, 40-year-old men.
Yeah.
A couple ladies, but they're still older than me. They're still in a generation that is affected, but not as directly.
Not from the generation who mistaked social media for a voter's poll.
Oh my God. I don't even want to know how many people's votes were disqualified for taking pictures of their fucking ballots like idiots. How many people voted Harambe? How many people...
I would say not enough to matter.
Not enough to matter, but enough to make me pissed off about it.
Enough to be too much.
Yeah, enough to be, you obviously don't care. And the election has been this weird roller coaster ride through the media, how it's been framed, how it's ignored some candidates, how, the DNC basically shot themselves in the foot
Well, everyone shot themselves in the foot.
Everybody shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, overall, but I don't know, like I'm furious. That's the one word I can really just double down on.
I wouldn't even say I'm furious. I would say I'm embarrassed.
That's a good one too. I'm embarrassed because I'm an optimist overall. Like, I can be pretty depressing about myself, but in the state of the world, I feel like overall we are intelligent creatures. We know how to handle ourselves, and we ultimately want the best for each other because that's what we want for ourselves. And I am appalled and shocked that we let this shit happen. And that everyone else in the world is going, how did you let this happen?
And the majority of the response is, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just did.
Yeah. I think so many people didn't take it seriously enough. Like, I don't think that Donald
even thought he would win.
Yeah, no, he looked just as surprised as everyone else. Whoever his campaign manager is, I know she's a lady. She's a lady, and she needs the best fucking raise in the world because she worked miracles getting him through. Yeah, no.
Is it ironic that a woman basically got him elected?
Right, even though he hates women and has multiple times been accused of molestation, rape. Assault. You know, generally being a gross person.
See, that's what kind of came down to me because I didn't really like Hillary either. But I thought to myself, who should I vote for? And the voice in my head just said, which one's a rapist? I was like, yeah, that's pretty cut and dry.
That's my biggest point. That's my biggest point. For all the people that I know that said, well, I voted Trump because I don't like Hillary, I'm like, okay. But
which one touches little girls?
Right, you're still excusing this, and this versus... Yeah, Hillary's a warmonger. Yeah, she's owned by how many corporations? So is every other politician.
Trump is a corporation.
He is a corporation. His name... Okay, so I've been reading about this because I thought this was... And this is not going to happen like they did to Jimmy Carter. Uh-huh. President Jimmy Carter, when he was elected, had a peanut farm. That's how he made all of his money. And they had something that was nicknamed Peanut Gate because they had to make sure he wasn't getting any income from his peanut farm when he took office. Basically, he had to sell or sign off all of his assets because a president can't have outside wages other than the federal salary.
And that's not gonna happen for him?
That is not. Trump will fight that with every inch of his weird tangerine life. Like,
So, I'm gonna go ahead and say that there's gonna be plenty of Trump talk on this podcast throughout its life. By the way, I'm not calling it a podcast because it's not on a fucking iPod, goddammit. This is just a show.
Yeah.
It's a show.
It's an audio cast. It's an audio-visual
It's a show.
cast.
It's audio and visual. It's a show.
Yeah.
Not podcast. Stop calling it that. No one uses iPods anymore.
I would if my classic
fucking
worked.
bothers me. Anyway, so...
Yeah, it's gonna get political. I get really...
Oh yeah, well that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
The point is to be political.
Yeah.
But also mix politics with, like, butts.
With how it affects our social life. You can't have politics in a vacuum.
Especially with, like, 2016 in particular, if we're talking about, like, looking back on this year.
Holy crap. Legislation that was passed that wasn't passed, all the protests that we've had, all of the pipeline, Black Lives Matter, we've got just...
But Bella, all lives matter.
Oh my god. Listen, just fucking unsubscribe now. You're gonna think all lives matter, because I've got 18 different metaphors that will dumb this concept down enough for you that you can understand what I mean.
Like when I heard of Black Lives Matter initially, I kind of like drew my own conclusions, but like, okay, that's true. But I was like, but doesn't everybody's life matter?
And
I didn't have any like background to it.
You didn't have the context.
I don't pay attention to news. I just say people have dumb words, and I hate your words.
People, yeah, I mean, and I think a lot of the backlash towards the Black Lives Matter movement is basically ignorance. It's
definitely.
It's a lot of misinformation, fear-mongering by the media, who are primarily white-owned. Let's just be real. I want to say straight off the bat, I am not trying to say that whites cause all problems, but historically, we have the evidence that in American culture, at least, there's a systemic privilege and system of oppression that has been going on for a long time. And I for one, think that, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement is just one example of so many attempts for minority communities to rise up and say, stop treating us like shit. Stop saying that, you know, when we do something, it's crap, or it's trashy, or it's gross, or it's scary, or it's illegal. But when white people do it, it's fine. There's plenty of examples, both in court cases and on the news, and I think it doesn't help that the media will portray what start off as peaceful protests, that, you know, human emotion is weird and people get fired up. And yeah, sometimes there are instigators that may or may not be part of the original group, that may or may not know what the group is trying to achieve, that cause problems that make police react in an unfair or a aggressive way. But
that's fair.
I mean, you know, I think there are good cops.
I think the majority of cops are good. I think the majority are people who want to help.
I think the problem is they don't call out bad cops within the system.
Well, yeah, true.
Bad cops get moved around, but they don't ever get fired. You know, they get put on professional paid leave or administrative work, but they're never fired. They're never ostracized. They're never told, we don't do things like this. They're given a slap on the wrist, and then they're allowed to come back into the fold and teach other cops how to do it the wrong way.
Yeah, true.
And it causes a lot of distrust. And I've lost the thread of what I was saying before, but there's a lot of communication that needs to happen between all parties, and a lot of empathy, sympathy, and a lot of just understanding history and understanding privilege, which is a big word that I'm going to use a lot of times, and I will give a straightforward definition.
We could probably have an entire episode about that.
Oh my god, we definitely could. We could have a 3-part series.
I still don't completely understand it, but we won't dive too deep into things. Bella, what was your favorite thing about 2016?
My favorite thing was, well, besides you...
we're a couple, by the way.
Yeah, we're hella gross. I liked what we did
Sorry
with...
if anyone's triggered by that.
That was such a gross laugh. I think we did in entertainment news. I really loved a lot of movies that came out. I'm excited about upcoming music projects. Pokemon Sun and Moon, Pokemon Go. Like, my childhood is just bursting into life again, and it's fantastic. Will's gotten me to play a lot of new games that... Because I'm old school. I played, like, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Game Boy Advance, and the GameCube. And then nothing until I met him. And then it was like... Oh, I've got the PS4, I've got the Wii U, I've got this and this, and now I'm so fucking stoked for the Switch. Like, I'm...
Yo, you still was gonna be like, Will, what's your favorite thing about 2017? Like, it's the Switch.
It's the Switch.
Okay, so all the games I showed you this year, which was your favorite?
Which one made me cry the most?
Was it Gone Home?
Gone Home was beautiful. That was a beautiful game. I really love storytelling-based games. I'm not good with first-person shooters, but I do like some fighting games. Pokken Tournament, really fun. Solid game.
Child of Light?
Child of Light was gorgeous.
Journey?
Journey was, Support your indie artists, and
it's just artsy bullshit.
It is really artsy bullshit, but it's beautiful and it's warm and designed in such a way that like I haven't seen in a long time. It doesn't just feel like another video game. It is an immersive storytelling experience, and those are my favorite kind of games.
Like those have been popping up for the past like basically decade.
Yeah, keep that trend going.
I should show you Braid.
Okay.
It basically what just started the whole like indie game trend.
Okay.
Of like cute little $10 game with interesting gameplay, but like some kind of like mind-blowing, heart-throbbing story. Something
that'll just rip at your heartstrings. And
basically, yeah.
I'm down with that.
That's just the indie scene, more or less.
Yeah. I tried to, at the beginning of the year, I had a book quota. I've joined a book club on Facebook, and I have read like 3 out of the 30 or so that have been suggested to me. But overall, I ended up reading other books not on the list, and including a couple autobiographies that I think people should check out. I Am Malala. I'm wanting to read My Daughter Named Me Malala next. She's a personal hero of mine. She's absolutely fantastic. She's younger than me, and she's a better human than I could ever be.
I tried to get her the Carrie Fisher autobiography, but it was sold out, lo and behold.
And it's gonna be for a while.
Most likely.
I Am Spock, the autobiography of Leonard Nimoy. Rest in peace, Space Grandpa.
He died this year or last year?
Last year.
Yeah.
But because
2015 was like just the Spock year, where just Spock died, basically.
Yeah. He was probably the most well-known, the biggest one last year.
Whereas this year
was the Vengeance.
It's just like, just pick a name, whatever.
All my like queer space people of color, all my like my sacred sci-fi family are like gone, and I'm really sad about it.
I think it's just because like heroes from like the 70s and 80s are just
it's just that age
they're just
group.
They're just getting up there. Unfortunately,
I know. We've had some really like.
And of course, if you were a celebrity in the 80s and 70s, you did some drugs.
You did hardcore
bro.
drugs. I'm
shocked Prince lasted that long. Like him and Bowie.
Bowie, yeah. I mean, he was in pretty good shape though. Like he had been.
Look, dude,
recovering.
I don't care how good of a shape you're in. If you pump that much heroin and cocaine in your body,
I was gonna say, I think his first
couple albums
were all coke fueled.
You don't have that long.
God. Yeah, you need a serious detox after that.
Have I told you? My friend Chris and I, we've developed the perfect drug policy people should have.
Okay.
It's called the fellatio line.
Okay.
Basically, it's a way to determine where you should stop in terms of drugs.
Okay.
And the concept is this:
if you wouldn't suck it off a dick, don't do it.
Well, it's his rule, so It's like he said, like, yeah, if I'm willing to suck a dick for this drug, I probably shouldn't be doing that drug.
Oh, okay.
So basically, and the concept can be the same for if you're a woman, would you
eat a woman out,
or like in general do something do a sexual favor that you normally wouldn't want to do.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was gonna say that doesn't really apply.
Well, it's just for Chris. He's a straight guy.
He's the straightest guy.
Fellatio line for him.
Okay.
Also, it's fun to say.
No, it is. That's a good name for it.
So don't cross the fellatio line. If you're not willing
to do hard labor for this drug,
to do hard labor for like cocaine, then yeah, you can do cocaine. Because you're not that crazy about it. You'll do it like sparingly.
You're not an addict at that point.
Exactly. On the other hand, though, there could be people who will cross a fellatio line for cigarettes. So you shouldn't fucking do cigarettes.
Shout out to that girl in high school who sucked some dick for McDonald's hamburger.
Really?
Really.
Oh my god.
She was 16.
She, like, damn, her fellatio line is like...
nothing.
Like, nothing. Yeah, that's my general drug policy now.
Okay, I like it. I was raised very much to not do any drugs, so I still have that really, like, repressed mentality of don't touch anything, but...
Hey, it's a...
Yeah.
Being drug-free is a choice just like doing drugs, and it should be respected either way.
That's true.
Just means you're a fucking narc!
Straight edge for life, except I drink a lot, whatever.
Whatever, it's all good, bruh.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I in terms of like, I don't know why straight edge led me to think about this, but the way that we think about like opening your mind to new possibilities.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna say, I was raised to not want to do drugs, and nowadays I probably need to like smoke something. I don't know, like, I think it happens to every generation, but I don't know, I see a lot of people my age doing a lot of the,
hallucinogenics?
well, that too, but we're doing a lot of organic, if it comes from the earth, it's good. We're, like, revitalizing the hippie age, but...
Which is weird, because Molly is more processed than ecstasy.
Right?
And that's, like, huge right now.
Yeah.
Or it was, like, 2 years ago. I don't know.
I'm not up with drug times. I don't keep the pamphlet
in general, my policy for, like, most everything drug, sex related is try it once. Unless it's heroin, don't do heroin. I was gonna say,
no, I have a friend who's told me explicitly, never try heroin because you will get addicted. Like, he's alive, thank God, but he almost wasn't, and I'm gonna take his word on that.
If it involves a needle, I'd stay away from it. Fellatio liner, no. But yeah, like, you know, just try it. Yeah. If you see a banana, you want to put it in the freezer, put a condom over it, stick it up your butt, go for it. Who knows? You might discover wonderful things about yourself.
I swear to God, I have a story for that too. Not about me, but I know someone who that kind of awoke, like, some sexual feelings. Like,
hey, yeah, sure.
That was his realizing I might like dudes a little bit.
See, I think there's a difference between like liking dudes and
wanting butt play
and butt play for guys.
No, and I think straight guys should. Oh my God, open yourself up to it.
Literally.
Literally, metaphorically, like, enjoy yourself, your body, be kind to yourself, and enjoy all the pleasure that life has to offer you.
Above all, be safe, though.
Be clean and be safe. Get yourself tested, but, you know,
other than that, fuck it, man. Do whatever.
No, as long as you're not hurting anybody, who gives a shit? Like, that's another thing. Like, we're so open in terms of sexuality. Like, I mean, there's always been like the underground scene.
Well, here's
for
the thing:
all sorts of things.
Are we more open to it, or is that underground scene just more exposed than ever, or a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. Yeah, like as kids of the '90s who grew up as the internet was becoming, we have a little bit of both worlds. We have a little bit of having to get information the hard way.
Ugh,
books. And books, yeah, fucking encyclopedias and
having to go to the goddamn library, look up the index card.
Oh my God.
Find it in the Dewey Decimal System. God.
And I bet kids aren't even taught what the Dewey Decimal System is anymore. Fucking Dark Ages.
I'm sure they're taught.
Yeah, but they don't practice
it.
They just go to the computers.
Kids aren't taught cursive anymore.
They're not.
So.
And it makes us feel old because we experience such rapid changes because of technology.
It makes me feel jealous. I didn't want to learn fucking cursive.
I like it. It's the one way that...
It makes me feel fancy, but...
Yeah.
It's mostly worthless.
It's mostly worthless, but it's also a way to protect your identity, because theoretically no one can steal your signature. Not entirely.
Theoretically.
Like, the CIA still has handwriting analysis for that reason. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, kids these days have so much information at their fingertips.
If you don't want to feel old, do not say the phrase "kids these days." Just avoid it at all costs, and you'll be amazed at how much younger you feel.
Is that what the kids are saying nowadays? I don't know, there's just such a huge leap of information, which can be a bad thing, which is another whole thing I'm going to talk about.
I would say it's less information, more exposure.
Yeah. Well, you're right. It's quicker. It's a lot quicker.
Quicker, yeah.
Like, I remember a few years ago when Egypt was having their revolution, Mubarak was being kicked out. I was watching that happen live on Twitter until the feeds were kicked off. And that is incredible. Never in my mom's wildest dreams would she be able to watch a revolution happening on the other side of the world. She'd have to read about it in the paper a few days later, and even then you're getting a biased, bipartisan, secondhand report that's been translated and convoluted. It's incredible what we can do now.
More importantly, Russian cams and all the crazy fucking things they catch.
Oh my god, they don't give a shit about anything.
Oh god, no.
Russia
knows what's up.
They live in the
of course, then again,
icy hellscape of Hoth.
Yeah, if you fucking live in like ice hell, then why would you give a fuck ever?
You get your bears and your vodka. You're fine. You can live however you want. I don't know, like, we have a wealth of information at our fingertips, and we need to be responsible with how we interpret it, how we pass it back on, how we teach it, and how we phrase it. And that's the hardest part to me, is the language. Constantly evolving, constantly subjective. It's not, there's a lot of words and phrases in today's lexicon that are not, they don't have hard and fast definitions. It really does depend on what subculture you're talking about, what age group you're talking about. Internet slang is a whole other fucking thing that I can't keep up with. But
I think a very, very few can.
Right? I don't know. I think it's more like, it's more of a thing to just make it up as you go and pretend you know what you're doing.
Yeah, basically.
And people will just follow you. I just don't have enough followers to be on the cool train and
basically
get out in front of the meme or the whatever the trend is, the hashtag of the day.
I would say my favorite thing from 2016, to get back on topic, I guess.
Yes. let's get back on there.
Shit. I think my favorite movie was Kubo.
God, Leica Studios needs all the money.
They didn't get any money.
I know they didn't get any money, but they got a lot of praise and a lot of, like, critic awards. But they need money. Give them money. Like, if they have a Patreon, support them.
I don't think they have a Patreon.
God, they need one. I just...
Shit. There's a lot of cool things this year. I think it was a really good year for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
But
just shitty for the world.
Shitty for the world.
Yeah.
So I guess ultimately I won this year. I saw some good movies.
Yeah.
I played some good games.
Yeah. I feel like just trying to...
Stranger Things happened. That was cool.
Stranger Things happened. Netflix original series have been just on point.
No,
that's the best investment I've made in the past 5 or 6 years. Like,
yeah. It's been happening for like the past like 2 or 3 years, but very slowly like TV is becoming better.
Oh yeah.
Than movies.
Oh yeah. I think it's just
with your Game of Thrones and your Walking Deads,
all the Marvel series and shorts.
Yeah, like the Marvel Netflix series are so much better than the movies. And I love the movies, but
they're great. But it's just,
come on, man.
You can be grittier, you can be more mature, and they're more digestible, I think, in serial.
And also
form.
it's like, for example, like Daredevil has had like 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2 years, he's had more screen time and character development than Tony Stark has had in like
6 movies?
However many movies he's in. Fuck, man.
No,
Is
yeah.
it 6? 1, 2, 3. Avengers, Civil War. Yeah, 6.
6, yeah. Plus his cameo in Spider-Man, which I'm excited about for next year. That's going to be great.
Do you want to transition to 2017?
Yeah, let's move on. I don't want to keep talking about this shitty-ass year. We all know it sucked.
We all know it sucks. People died. The impossible happened.
The Cubs won?
Did they win?
They won?
Oh yeah, they won a year late.
Yeah, a year late, but they, after how many years?
They won.
75 years of not winning?
Oh, by the way, if you're getting accustomed to hearing sports on here, do not.
Yeah, no, that's a rare and
unless
far
it's
in between.
Slightly soccer related.
I will update you on any soccer trades or upcoming national team wins.
I'll update you on like Smash tournaments or competitive Pokemon.
Not
maybe.
a sport, but okay.
It's a sport, damn it!
Yeah, like golf's a sport. Whatever. Golf's a rich people hobby.
Shut up. Anyway.
No, let's go into 2017. What's gonna be good? What's gonna be powerful?
I'm gonna say in general, 2017 is looking like. So big thing is we got the Trump presidency first year.
First year Trump.
And I'm morbidly curious about that.
So a lot of people are hedging bets whether he realizes this is a job and quits, or
I think you and I both think he's gonna quit.
I think he's probably
2 years in.
Which might just leave us with Pence, which is worse, and we'll have a whole other thing about that later.
We gotta beat the gay out of those kids.
Jesus fucking
Shock it
Christ.
away.
It's like...
It's scary.
It's terrifying. He's like, oh my god, who was that fucking politician? There was another politician that, it might have been him actually, who rerouted, like, funding for HIV treatments into, like gay, conversion therapies. He was taking money away.
Gay conversion therapy.
That's what it's called, technically. Is basically shocking your brain until you no longer want the opposite, or the same sex. Which doesn't work. Electricity is not very good for the brain, as we've learned in asylums.
I guess it would work.
Past.
It would work psychologically.
Well, yeah, as a
like in like a PTSD kind of way.
Well, yeah, no, it teaches you that any sort of pleasure is wrong, and then you end up lashing out and becoming a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, basically.
This is where that documentary Cropsy came from, and we will not stand for this.
So, the first year Trump's presidency aside, but slightly above the Trump presidency.
I keep forgetting that this is happening.
Maybe well above. We have the Emoji Movie.
Summer 2017. Emoji
Good
is coming
fucking
to your screen.
Lord.
This is like B-movie all over again. This is gonna be...
B-movie could be about something. Potentially.
But this is gonna be either the worst goddamn meme of my life. As someone who is a manager in retail, like, I'm gonna see so much more of this shit than I already do, and I'm not excited about it.
I still say that if the Emoji Movie was given to, like, the right writer, who could, like, go meta enough, it could have potentially be, like, a good thing.
You have so much faith in the writer over the concept.
The concept is whatever. Like, the concept is emotions, or like pictures represent emotions. In many ways, the concept could be very similar to Inside Out.
I guess.
But if you had a writer who was willing to go like super mega ultra meta enough and like ironic enough, you could do something with it. Actually, I challenge all our amateur or would-be writers or professional writers, if they're listening to this, I want you to write a small script for an Emoji Movie.
Yeah, even just a little...
And see if you can do it.
An abstract. A synopsis. Just give us a paragraph and a half.
Because I'm curious. I'm curious if someone could write a decent Emoji Movie.
That doesn't get an R rating, because they have to market this to as many people as possible.
That is at max PG.
Yeah.
Although I will say, if it was R, I'd be instantly
I'd be way more interested in seeing
it.
Yeah. No, the rating can indicate a whole lot about a movie. It's, how far are they willing to go. They get an R, they're doing at least an F-bomb, some sort of nudity, some violence possibly.
Well, if it's an R-rated Emoji Movie, just call it sexting.
There we go. That's the porn knockoff.
Yeah, probably.
The porn parody of Emoji.
What will the
Movie.
porn parody of Emoji look like? Because they always exist.
Eggplant, girl face, tears, girl face. Yeah, we could do it.
We could do it.
We could do that.
If the Emoji Movie was just a giant fuck you to Apple,
oh my god,
that'd be incredible.
Oh my god, Steve Jobs will rise from his grave.
Whatever. Fuck Steve
Murder
Jobs.
everybody.
Okay. Anything else you're not looking forward to in 2017? Besides those two really big things.
Besides those two things.
Besides the death of America and the death of culture in general.
Well, no, I think that pretty much covers it. I don't know.
Okay, as a tangent, is like Sony Studios just going insane.
Who runs? I need to do more research.
Someone
on who
who's
owns.
a fucking idiot.
I think it was just like intern day at Sony Corporation.
I don't know, because
they drew movies out of a hat.
Because
the only thing I'm excited from theirs is Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man Homecoming looks really good.
They're like putting their name on it because they own Spider-Man the rights.
Right.
Marvel's making it. They're just kind of there to be like, yeah.
You're borrowing Spider-Man.
You're borrowing Spider-Man.
We'll take him back
later.
later.
We can't make any good ones anymore.
Right.
Bye. But, like, at what point are you so far, like, grabbing at straws that you get the fucking Emoji Movie?
Right.
And it's weird because, like, the previous Sony fuck-up before this was Ghostbusters, which, you know, like it, don't like it.
It didn't do well.
It at least was a fucking movie.
That's true. Yeah.
It was a movie with, like, characters and a plot.
It
It wasn't about fucking emojis.
Right.
It was a, like, average Melissa McCarthy comedy.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the breakout star were Leslie Jones and Kate McKinnon. Like, Kate McKinnon's become, like, the crowd favorite just because she's the quirky science girl, and she's just...
memes.
She's memes.
Hello, I'm memes.
She's also hilarious, though. If you watch her Saturday Night Live stuff, like, she just won an Emmy for her performance. She's the first...
For her performance in Ghostbusters?
No. For being in Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay.
She was nominated for Best Comedy Actress for Ghostbusters. She didn't win that one, though. I think Meryl Streep won, and I was like...
For what movie?
I don't remember, but I remember my friend texting me because she was watching the show, and she was like, "Oh, Kate McKinnon lost to Meryl Streep," and I was like, "It's Meryl Streep, like."
But yeah, so
she could be in any category and she'd still win.
No, my biggest... So, Ghostbusters was an alright movie. My biggest issue with it was that Sony did basically use every single internet feminist to drum up hype, I guess.
Well, there was also just a lot of weird stuff about, like, the comments on, like, their YouTube trailers.
No. Those were all, like, pumped up and hyped up by Sony.
Really? Okay.
No, that was all manufactured. Like, those comments did happen, but those comments were, like, highlighted by the guy who runs the Sony YouTube channel.
Okay.
He made sure those were seen by everybody.
So, like spamming it to get to the top.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Okay.
When, in fact, they may have only made up, like, less than 1% of all the comments.
I think most people were just like, what is this going to be?
Honestly, I was totally down for, like, Girl Ghostbusters. I just think it wasn't executed well. I just like... Ghostbusters is, like, really dry humor, and it didn't have really dry humor. It had, like, typical humor of the day.
Yeah, it had more modern,
Yeah.
like, quirky, slapstick kind of humor.
Yeah, it's just not what I associate with that brand, but
Yeah.
it was better than Ghostbusters 2, so, whatever.
That's true.
People complain about The Force Awakens being the exact same movie as New Hope. Ghostbusters 2 is the exact same movie as Ghostbusters. And it's only the second one, not the fucking 7th.
God.
If you guys can...
I've got a whole other thing about Star Wars.
If the world can accept Ghostbusters 2, we can accept The Force Awakens as, honestly, a really good movie.
No, it really was, though. Like...
People need to get over it, because there's nothing original anymore, ever. So, what the fuck?
Right, at least take something great and move it into a new direction.
Think of 2017. Yeah. Fucking Episode 8 is in 2017.
Fucking Star Wars, man. Okay.
Episode 8 is like do or die,
yeah.
I think.
This is their real make it or break it moment.
It's like, alright, Force Awakens was great.
Because they already have, 4 more projects slated after 8?
Yeah.
Like the Han Solo, there's a Boba Fett one that's rumored.
I think Boba Fett's the antagonist in the Han Solo movie.
He might have his own, though, is what I heard.
I don't know. So, why even speculate?
I don't know.
But I think Episode 8 really has to kind of shake it up.
Yeah.
Like, cause if it's just Empire again, I'll be kind of.
We'll all be disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, Space Mom. I did see tweeted though that all of her scenes for episode 8 have been shot
she'll
and
be
everything. I am not looking forward to seeing that like in loving memory of or in memoriam thing at the end of it.
No, speaking of in memoriam, you know who else? You know who else died in 2016? Who was in 2 things you really liked?
Besides Anton Yelchin.
It was him.
Oh God.
Everyone should watch Troll Hunters though.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That's another person I just want to give all my money to. Guillermo del Toro just needs all of my money.
He just does cool things.
He's such a cool fucking guy. Like, I just want to hang out with him, talk to him
and
about
I know
mythology.
we're going back to like 2016, but I think I want to give my Person of the Year award to not Trump.
No.
I'm gonna give it to Mads Mikkelsen. He's had a good year.
He's had a great year. Rock on, Hannibal. Rock on.
There was no Hannibal this year.
And
he was in Marvel. He was in Star Wars. He's in that weird video game thing.
Oh my God, Death Stranding. Whatever that's gonna be.
Which no one knows what the fuck that is.
Mads Mikkelsen does not know what it's gonna be, and he still was like, "Yeah, but it's Kojima, so I'm gonna work with him." Like,
no one knows what that is. I don't think Kojima knows what it is.
I think it's a fever dream that he just got funding for.
We'll all find out in like 2020.
Oh my God, it's gonna be great though.
Sure.
I mean, it'll be exciting.
It'll be interesting at the very least. But yeah, I think that's gonna be this podcast's name, whatever it's gonna be. Is Person of the Year award for 2016 goes to Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations. You were underused by Disney twice.
But at least he got in. He's excited.
At least he got in.
He was excited to get in.
Back to 2017. Honestly, it's just mostly movies I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
And also the Switch.
Games are gonna be great. Movies are gonna be great.
Fucking Power Rangers.
Fucking Power Rangers. No, I think we have a lot of really great projects. A lot of
Logan.
Logan's gonna make me cry. Oh my God.
Wonder Woman, I guess.
I'm excited for the Wonder Woman movie.
I am tentatively excited.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, don't hype yourself up too much.
They burned through all 3 strikes. It's like Man of Steel. All right, this is kind of a standalone movie. It wasn't meant to be the start of the DCCU.
Yeah.
BVS
Just kind of happened.
BVS. All right, out of the gate. Not doing good.
No.
Not doing good. Maybe you'll make up for Suicide Squad. God damn it, you did it again. Fuck. I'm not gonna count Man of Steel because it wasn't really supposed to be anything,
right.
but a standalone. But god damn it, fucking Suicide Squad was so disappointing.
God damn.
Because there was a good movie in there somewhere.
Yeah, no.
But
Whoever
someone just fucked it up.
chopped and screwed that shit in the editing
someone
process.
fucked it up. So maybe
the extended edition.
No, maybe Wonder Woman could
pull back together.
Can reel some things in. But I'm not hopeful. I will go see it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It can go either way.
I will pay matinee price. I'm not paying
matinee price.
I'm not paying premiere night price.
I'm not gonna see Justice League though.
I'll pay matinee price for that one. I do want to go see it.
What if Wonder Woman sucks?
Okay.
Then we're done.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna rewatch the cartoons and pretend that's what happened.
That's another thing you watched in 2016 was Justice League Unlimited.
God, yeah, no, okay. I credit Will entirely for getting me into DC. I've always been a Marvel fan. I watched Batman when I was younger, the animated series, but I didn't know anything about the Justice League, and that was a fantastic introduction, and now I want to read comics, and now I'm into Supergirl, and I love her, and...
That came out this year or last year?
That came out this year.
Well, it's like season 1 ended and season 2 started all within 1 year?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Season 1 was short. It was a short season, but
it was alright. Not great.
It had its highs and lows. I really just enjoy her character, and it's a fun
It's very positive.
It is a very positive message.
Which is rare for DC shows because they're all like gritty and.
Because everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead.
Everybody's parents are dead. Everything bad happens to everybody. No, I mean, she is the light of my DC days lately, and I'm excited to see where that show goes. Yeah, I think media is going to be good. I'm hoping to be a more adult person and not procrastinate, and hopefully this show will help with that I can have a space to talk things through and prepare and vent. So much venting. It's gonna be just a shit storm of me yelling at everybody.
Hopefully before the year ends, we'll get new Gorillas and Rick and Morty, but it's not looking.
They're both gonna drop on the 31st, and
that doesn't fucking count.
Technically,
whatever.
Technically, they're not like.
They'll both drop at like 11:59.
I swear to God, it'll be like turning in a midterm paper online. Just
God damn it.
You have 1 minute. Go.
But in terms of like cultural stuff that we're gonna do on here, you really can't. I got that. Predict.
Yeah.
Predict things that will happen in 2017 that aren't like movies, but like cultural like stuff.
I predict this to be the year of revolution. Not like in a super Les Miserables, raise the barricade kind of way, but
I hope it is.
I mean, that'd be fucking cool, and I'll be right there with my chair and flag. But I think we are going to see a coming together of people and information in hopefully a positive and responsible way. I think the world is always changing, but it's changing rapidly right now. There's a lot of unrest in many countries. There's a lot of, this is another one of those rotation times where new seats are being filled, and we're going to have a lot of support and backlash to wade through, and that's going to be really interesting to see where everything falls. I don't know. I really don't know. There's
Would you say it's a combination of like scary and interesting?
Yeah. I mean, like from a sociology, from a psychology point of view, it's intriguing, and I want to take kind of just a distant approach to just observe and catalog and kind of track everything, but then my fiery heart side just wants to be in the thick of it and be an activist and do what I can to support what I believe in and what I feel is right, and also not get hurt and not get fired and be able to pay my bills. And it's a big.
See, it's the balancing of those things that makes it difficult.
Yeah. No, and I have so much respect and love and fear for all those people out there who are doing the foot soldier work, who are really kind of at the line, at the camps, at the protests, at the marches. Like, you guys carry the world on you, and that's incredible.
Honestly, we would be there, but we live in Denton, Texas.
Yeah.
Which is kind of out of the way from anything.
Everything in Texas is out of the way from anything.
And she has no car.
Texas is as big as European countries.
Yeah.
Not an excuse, I'm just saying it's hard.
It's hard out.
It's hard
here. I think if I had to make a prediction for 2017...
Overall positive or overall negative?
I think overall 2017 will be negative.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe 2018 will be positive.
Yeah. You think we'll trip over this year and then catch our footing in the next one?
Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, a part of me, the extreme morbid curiosity part, just wants the fucking Trump thing just come out swinging with all sorts of crazy shit. Like, we're gonna outlaw this, and this. People just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I'm on the edge of my seat a little bit to see what happens.
Yeah. No, already the people who voted for him, his constituency, are already not happy with what he's backtracked on, with what he's backpedaling and saying.
But Bella, the wall is more of a...
It's more of a
feeling. It's an idea.
It's a symbolic wall. I fucking lost my shit.
Symbolic wall, Bella.
I swear to God. It's half a wall. It's more of a fence, really. Oh my God. And, you know, the whole Obamacare thing, he meets with Obama one day for the get to know you day in the office. And he goes, you know what, I think I might keep some of these policies in place. I didn't realize what exactly it was. I never read the fine print. I just clicked the user agreement button without realizing there's a contract here.
Okay, so, an end note. Do you think Trump is the dumbest president?
Certainly the dumbest in my lifetime, and the worst possible candidate I have ever fucking heard of. I don't know. I think,
Do you think he's the least qualified president ever?
Absolutely. I absolutely think he has no business running a country. He can't even run a business.
Shit.
Drop the mic.
Well, don't drop that mic. It's very expensive.
Yeah, I can't buy you a new mic, but no, I'm like you said, like it's just embarrassing.
I think that's the main thing. It's like
I kind of agree with you on the whole. We'll trip this next year. We'll pick ourselves back up and keep going because that's what we've always done. You know, we always learn to survive around it. We'll cut corners. We'll find loopholes. We'll reenact the barter system if it means that we will survive. And we will network and we will keep each other safe and we will keep each other informed. But no, I think ultimately we're going to be okay.
I think we'll be fine. 2017 will
be rough.
It won't be like the end of the world. I think it'll be rough for a lot of people.
Yeah. But if Putin sends out a warhead, I love y'all.
But we can just knock it out of the sky.
With our
warheads.
Yeah, when the ensuing nuclear winter that's gonna happen after the fallout.
No.
Fucking Chernobyl's leaves still aren't decaying because of the radioactivity.
That's pretty cool.
It is actually really cool if you can see some like drone shots that are online. There's just this blanket of fallen leaves that there's no bacteria in the area. They do not decay. There's no cell decomposition.
It's pretty rad.
It was pretty rad. But, no, I mean, interesting. Morbid interest, definitely.
Morbid interest is 2017, basically, for everything that isn't movies.
Right.
Or, like,
I mean, I'm gonna try to keep as updated as I can, and get as many sources as I can, get reliable sources, stop getting your news from Facebook people. They're all wrong.
And I get mine from Twitter.
That depends on who you follow, I guess, but...
I follow Stamper on Twitter.
Fucking Stamper, man. Shout out to Stamper. Shout out to the Sleepy Cast.
They've disbanded.
No! Well, shout out to the former Sleepy Cast. I don't know. I am excited to see where this project goes, and I'm glad to have you with me, and glad to see where this takes us through the new year. Any last words?
No, just do your little outro.
All right. Have a happy new year. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Hi everyone. I'm Will, aka Wodog, co-host, kind of permanent of this podcast. This is just an extra bit at the end to tell you if you want to ask us anything, you can hit up Bella on her Twitter, or me on my Twitter, or her on her Tumblr blog, all of which will be linked in the description below. because I can't do fancy things and show them on the screen. Tell you about talking. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, we will try and make these weekly, which is dependent mostly upon how lazy I am in editing them, which is extremely. But, bye.